Hey guys, good evening, good evening. It's Toy Johnson-Vincent here, your no sugarcoating coach. Yes, yes, yes. You know something? I am actually, today, of course, is hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesday. Hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesday. Or hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesdays. You decide if you want to use the S. Well, interesting. I'm so happy that you're joining tonight. And of course, as always, if you're joining on the replay, you know it's hashtag replay. Listen, this is it's sort of different for me tonight. I was going to try to do hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesday, utilizing two platforms. One platform, Facebook. Hey, I got Facebook on my right, and I have, when I look over here, I have Instagram on my left. So either way, it should be recording properly. Let's just hope for that, right? That's all we can do at this point. Anyway, so I hope you're doing well. When you're coming in, please let me know where you're joining from, what city, what state. Hey, Instagram, how are you? All my Instagram followers. Hey, what's happening? It's hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesday or hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesdays. You decide about that S. I told you that already. Come on. Hey, Toy Johnson-Vincent here. Yes, it's Tuesday again. Hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesday. And I'm excited, especially about this topic tonight. And the topic is all about wasting time. Wasting time. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Wasting time. Who needs that, right? Look, let's face it. We know how to waste time. Most of us know how to do that. Most of us have been doing that for a long period of time in all areas of our lives. But the thing is, how do we stop doing that? How and why do we do that? So put your questions in, comments, engage. Let's do this. Let's do this right. You know, up until about 9 p.m. I like to just stay within that hour. And again, if you're just joining, I thank you very much. It's hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesday. And tonight, if I kind of look to my left or something like that, I just want you to know, hey, wait a minute. We have somebody in the house tonight. Hey, Helen and Cato, what's happening? Oh, my goodness. You know I'm excited about this. Oh, wow. I have some good friends that tuned in. Oh, yeah. And an alumni from Northeastern University, Boston, is in the house by way of Atlanta. What's happening, Helen? You know that. Helen, Cato, love you guys. You're great. That's right. Hang in there. It's just beginning. You know how I work. Hey, this is Toy Johnson-Vincent, the no sugarcoating coach, motivational speaker, certified life coach, HR talent acquisition professional. You know what that is, folks? That's a fancy schmancy title for corporate recruiting. You know I say it, keeping it 100%. You know I'm a native New Yorker. I don't do it any other way. Keep it 100 plus if I need to. Hey, we got some people from Brooklyn in the house. Let me know when you come in. Let me know the city and or the state that you are coming in and joining me. Welcome, 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 everybody. Share this video. Come on. Tonight's topic is all about wasting time. We do so much of it. And by the way, I'm on two platforms tonight, both Instagram as well as Facebook Live. So don't forget, you can share it out on Instagram and or Facebook. Come on, guys. You know that. There's some good stuff going to happen here tonight. And the topic is all about wasting time. Why do we do it? How do we do it? Why don't we recognize it? And why aren't we doing better, especially in our career lives and all around game in terms of all areas of your lives? We can waste time very easily. And within the pandemic, I think some of us probably have still wasted time, even, and I'm going to tell you how and why in a minute, just by being at home and believing just being at home, you have nothing to do. Did I say that? Yeah, because I have been on some days guilty of that myself. Trying to stay motivated and everything else. So we all do it. It can affect all areas of our lives. That's what we're going to be talking about. So give me a comment. Just go ahead and put it in there. Any questions about wasting time? If you have a time management tip that you'd like to share or advice, please go ahead and put that in the comments. Helen and Cato, well, you're not calling in. You're joining in, and I happen to know that you're in the greater Atlanta area. So I hope you're both doing well, and I'm thanking you 10 times over for joining tonight. I know how 1 out of the 2 of you feel about social media, so you know I'm excited, okay? Anyway, let's get started. Make sure you're sharing this out, folks. And if you have to come in and out, I understand. I mean, you got a lot of things on your mind and stuff to do. I just appreciate it. But make sure you try to share it out. Like, give me some thumbs up, some likes, some loves, all of that. And you know, I typically will do a watch party, which is basically like a replay directly after the broadcast, that broadcast live. So make sure you join in there. If you missed any portion, you can certainly go back. You can rewind it and all that other stuff. All right, so where do we start? Who's in the house? I see Tanisha is in the house from Brooklyn, New York. Hey, Tanisha, how are you? How are you? Make sure you comment. Any questions regarding time management, make sure you throw those in. Let's engage. I don't just come on here and just talk to the camera. Come on, I could do that all day by myself, right? Because I'm a talker. I'm a motivational speaker. You know, but I like engagement. When I go out, when we were able to go out and into audiences and everything, I would walk right into the audience and start talking. So if you know anything about me and you've been in my audience live, like in person at any event, you will know that if I'm able to, and if that's the type of event where I can go right into the audience, go right on in, just walk right on down, ask questions, put the microphone right up to that person, and we just start going and on. And so if you sit in the back, you know I'm going to come all the way in the back. So you can't hide if you're in my audience, including social media. So come on in and just say, hey, what's happening? Let us know some, if you have questions about tonight's topic, is time management. Ooh, nobody wants, they think that's an ugly term because it means that you have to be more focused, right? You know, is that what it really means? What does it mean to you, time management? And again, how do you actually manage your time? And by the way, question tonight is, since the pandemic, have you had issues with time management? How are you keeping up with what you need to do? I mean, what about your exercise routine? Has that thrown you off if you are now working from home and you weren't in before? You know, hey, Helen says she's in the house. I hear you, Helen. I know that's right. I know that's right. Hey, listen, let me just back up a minute. First of all, I got to give another shout out to my good friend Helen. She's in the greater Atlanta area, you know, native of South Carolina, travels probably the globe, and of course an alumni of Northeastern University, Boston, which is where I also attended and met Helen. So I am so happy that Helen is joining us tonight from the great Atlanta area. So Helen, you have a question regarding time management, please put that in the comment. Don't forget that, show that love button, everything, the like button, the love button, the care about you button, all of that. Throw it up. And make sure, if you're not familiar, because I know you don't do social media, don't put, look, Just don't make the mistake and put the angry button, okay? I'm talking to you, Helen, specifically. I know I'm going to get a phone call after this broadcast. But anyway, so yeah, tonight, I'm telling you, this thing about time management, let's get right into it. We're going to be probably rolling right on up until about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, if you're just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. Throw those love buttons and the like buttons up. Let me just say, I wrote a couple of things down. And one of the things that I wrote down was really about, this whole time management thing. And I wanted to kind of define it a little bit more. I know you know what it means, but this is what kind of is online, So let's see. Well, first of all, if you're just joining again, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have California in the house. Make sure you're joining me tonight. It's hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesday or hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesdays. You decide the S. If you want to put that S on there, that's up to you. I believe we have Nevaeh. Nevaeh is in the house. Lady Nevaeh, yes. How are you? From California. I'm not sure which part. I think it's Rancho something. But when you're coming in, please let the folks know where you're joining from, city or state. I would appreciate that. And of course, California is about 3 hours behind us here on the East Coast. So I'm thanking the people who are joining in. Lady Nevaeh, we have something that I'll tell you about that a little bit later as we end, because we're going to have some really good time next Tuesday. So if you think this Tuesday is great, wait till next Tuesday. I'm actually going to bring a guest on camera. Lady Nevaeh says she is from Northern California. Yes, Nevaeh. Okay, I got you. Anybody? Yeah, Helen, I know you're not accustomed to Facebook, but you're here now, girl. You're doing it. You're doing it. And you're supporting me, and I love that, because you're more than a friend. You're a sister friend. Let's get started. Talking about time management tonight. I'm going to look away for a minute as I have some notes here. There's a difference when we talk about time management. Most of us think about what are we doing with our jobs, our careers. How are we managing that? We got Sacramento in the house, folks, California. And I know that Sacramento has good time management because they actually showed up on time. How about that? On the East Coast time. If you're not being productive, if you aren't using your time effectively, then you probably have poor time management. Okay? I'm just keeping it 100. You probably have poor time management. Because basically, good time management, you get to accomplish more goals in a shorter amount of time. More goals in a shorter amount of time. Think about that. I want you to put your thinking caps on tonight. Come on. And shout out some questions, comments about time management. Let me know what you have, some tips or advice. What do you do? Are you keeping your exercise routine up? How are you doing time management with your family? Some of us have generations of families in the home right now. And everyone, they have thrown off your schedule. Have you been thrown off your schedule since the pandemic has begun? Yes or no? Yes or no? Go ahead and give me a yes or no. And what are you doing about it? And share so other people can learn from you. That's what we do here. Nevaeh says, yes, time is valuable. Yeah, somebody else, throw a comment in there. That's absolutely right. Good time management. I'm going to say this again. You are able, if you have good time management, you are able to accomplish more. M-O-R-E, more goals. Capital G-O-A-L-S. Did I tell you I did well in the spelling bee when I was a kid? I'm trying to tell you that if you don't have a goal in the first place, now rein it in because I'm getting ready to tell you, I'm Toy Johnson-Vincent, the no sugarcoating coach. I only say it one way, right? If you don't have any goals, then I'm going to tell you right now, this topic means absolutely nothing to you. Nothing to you. Nevaeh, California says, yes, must be discipline. Absolutely. Discipline, we know. We have to train ourselves to be disciplined so that we can get things done. Accomplishing more in a shorter amount of time. Remember, I sort of did a pre-thing earlier, and I said we're going to be talking about time in terms of, managing your time or wasting time. And that's really what it is tonight. It's not all about time management. It's really about, have you been wasting time? Now, before you answer that question, like Tanisha says, lots of structure. That's right. Keep your comments coming, folks. Keep them coming. If you understand about time in general, okay, have to be here at 8, have to be here at 6, have to be here somewhere. What about time? Is it Eastern Standard Time? Is it PST time in terms of Pacific time? You have to understand about time. If you have no clue about time, hey, let us know if you're coming in. I see we have Brenda in the house. Let us know, Brenda, what's happening. I think we have another New Yorker in the house. We have Brooklyn in the house tonight. We have California. The topic tonight is really all about wasting time, and it connects with time management. If you don't have a goal, then you can put the 3 dots, connect them all together. Goals, time management. Goals, time management. You cannot expect to obtain a goal and be successful at it, even if you worked at it for a very long time, without having some sort of discipline, as someone mentioned in the comment, and you also have to have some sort of structure. I believe Tanisha mentioned that. Okay, Brenda has a thumbs up. I'm going to have some thumbs up, some likes, and some loves, and some I care, and all that tonight. I have, some great people in here tonight. Come on, let me know. What are your time management tips? And have you wasted more time since the pandemic? Yes or no? And if so, why? Why? Did you realize you were wasting time? And who were you wasting time with? Now, don't get too personal around here. This is live. Were you wasting time with family? Were you wasting time with friends? Were you wasting time with just things that just really didn't matter in your life? Were you reading a very old, antiquated book? Instead of going to grab something new, you went right back to the familiar. A lot of times that could be a sign of wasting time. Or the other thing is that you don't want to come out of your comfort zone. Now that's a whole nother topic. So if you've been distracted in any sort of way, that's a sign, So, hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. First of all, I'm just loving it. This is hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesday or hashtag Talking with Toy on Tuesdays. You decide. Please share the video out. Share this live broadcast out. We're talking about how are you wasting time as it relates to time management and your goals. Either way, if you're wasting time, there's no way you could be accomplishing your goals. I'm just going to say it. If you were planning to run 5 or 6 miles, and I'm pretty sure some of us can't even do that, and that's okay. But if you were planning to just go for a brisk walk, and your goal was to walk 1 mile, but then you walked 2, then guess what? You exceeded the goal. If your goal was to jump on board with the exercise kick since the pandemic, because I know I've been hitting the refrigerator. Go ahead. You can laugh it up. Okay? I mean, sometimes, we don't even realize we're just doing damage to ourselves in our lives because of time management. Poor, P-O-O-R, poor time management. In other words, folks, wasting capital Time, deserves RESPECT. Time deserves respect. And when you disrespect time, you may actually be disrespecting someone else's time, right? Because if someone says, I'm going to meet you at a certain time, and you're not there, then that ties into, what does that do to the other person? They've taken time out. So if you're an entrepreneur out there, an author, speaker, whomever we have in the house, let me know what your profession is as well. I think we have some new folks coming in that I haven't had on this live broadcast on Talking with Toy on Tuesdays, and I really appreciate it. But I'm not exactly sure what you do in your profession. So just let me know what city and state you're calling in, not calling in. You know what I mean. And what's your profession overall? If you're an entrepreneur, that's fantastic. 9-to-5ers, let me know. What do you do? And how do you manage your time? Just give me 3 tips, anything that you can to share with others while you're sharing the video. Respecting time is of the essence. If you don't respect time, then you don't respect your goals. No sugarcoating coaching in the house tonight. Toy Johnson-Vincent, motivational speaker, certified life coach. Tonight is all about life skills. I'm not even talking really career development. I'm just talking about life skills management, life skills journey as a life coach. And of course, I have a background in HR, talent acquisition, matching, talent to major corporations. Yes, that's how I started all of this. But that's not how it's going to end. And anything that I do, I have to consider time management. And sometimes throughout this pandemic, I know we get caught up in, well, I don't have to do that. Nobody's watching. Nobody's this. Nobody's that. I'll get up and, just throw your slippers on, walk around the house, could care less. Come on, if you have that careless attitude, at least for a day or two, it's okay. Go ahead and raise your hand. So, but the thing is, you have to come back from that. Okay? You have to come back from that. By the way, if I appears to be looking at anywhere 2 different cameras, that's probably true. I have it will be uploaded to Instagram later on. So, hey, if you're in the house and you're attached to me through Instagram, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm thanking you for even checking out the broadcast. Bam. If you come in and you can't stay, make sure you come back. Give me some love, some hugs, and some, hey, I care about the topic. All right, share the video. Back to time. Here we go. Yeah, some of us, there's a comment out there, relax mode. And by the way, Nevaeh said she's an entrepreneur and an awareness coach, storytellers. Yes, we all have a story, and it's time to get yours out. But let's go back right now. What about that wasting time? Has anyone said they wasted time, since this pandemic's begun? And if so, how so? You don't have to get too personal. I don't need to know the details. Meaning, did you miss a doctor's appointment? Did you, maybe you just said, I didn't call my family members this week. What happened? Why? So I'm going to move on. So like I said, I'm looking down here. I had some notes, some talking points tonight. Good time management. We have to do it. If you want to be on the journey of success, the first thing you need to understand is respect time. The second thing you need to understand is respect money. The dollar bills in your purse or wallet. And if you think, and when people say time is money, money is time, if you really believe that they aren't connected, then we probably we're on different plane. Because there's someone who might ask you to do an engagement for them or whatever, or do some work for them, or even if you're in the traditional 9 to 5 and they're saying, hey, you're going to, we're going to need you if you can work overtime or whatever. But if you're not able to do that, that's one thing. But then if you do it and then you say, well, I can't, you're there and all of a sudden you decide, oh, I can't really do this, I can't stay that late. Then you've wasted that person's time who decided to bring you on board in the first place to complete a project. If they didn't need you, they would not have asked you. And so respecting time and respecting money, it goes hand in hand. If you want to be a contractor on any particular project, you have to show up. Time is money. They could have got someone else if you were going to be late. Oh, yeah. And someone in the house said, out of Atlanta, okay, here we go, Helen Cato. Okay, that's what it's all about. Money is freedom. Yeah, it certainly is. And it's amazing how tonight I was talking about wasting time, and there are 3 areas, significant areas, that if you want to be free, you have to stop wasting time when it's not doing you any good. It's not beneficial to you or to your goals that you are trying to accomplish. So let's talk about this for a minute. 3 areas. People that most of us waste time with, or, to. Waste time with people. Wasting time with places, or going to places, or being in a place that doesn't serve you well. And then there are things like innate objects or just objects in general that you believe you want to have. Now, don't get me going, because if I talk about going shopping, then maybe I've wasted all my money in the past pandemic, because all of a sudden we're all on Amazon, right? Or wherever you're ordering from. Maybe we're wasting money. But hey, that's personal. But it can be true for many people. Maybe we're wasting time going on Amazon when we could have read that book or something else that would have helped us our career or helped us in our family and personal life. But we said, hey, I'm going on Amazon. I got to do this first. Okay. Guess what? I've done it. That's one thing I like. I said, I'm a native New Yorker. I keep it 100. I knew full well I should not have been trying to order something in a time that I was getting ready to do something else, had to be somewhere else. But I took that time and I played with that time. And we do that from time to time. We play with it. We say, oh, I got a few minutes. I have an extra minute. I have this. I'll do that, right? And then you look around, you say, oh my goodness, what happened? What happened? You lost track of time. You thought you had so much. How many of you, this is interesting, and this is the question, how many of you set your clocks ahead of time? I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. How many of you are used to doing that and have been doing that for ages? Let's see. Let's see here. I think somebody's trying to come on in. Come on in. How many of you have done that? Right? I mean, and if you set your clock ahead of time, were you ever late anyway? That's a question. Anybody? All right. Let's see. Helen says 30 minutes. Oh my good. Are you saying you set your clock ahead 30 minutes? Let me know, Helen. Is that what you're saying? Let me know. Okay. Somebody said 30 minutes. That's a lot of time. Wow. That means you could never be late. Oh, Tanisha said, no, I usually don't. Hey, Tanisha, what's happening? Make sure Janice knows that I'm on live. She was invited, but I don't see her. What? Okay, Brenda says, I do it in my car. Okay, so I do not rush. So basically what Brenda is saying, she puts the time ahead in her car, anybody else in their automobile, because we do spend a lot of times in our vehicles. But since the pandemic, if we're not driving back and forth to work, or some of us, then maybe you're not spending as much time in the vehicle. Yes. Interesting. And when I set something in the car, and then how about this? When the time goes backwards or forwards and all that stuff, now what? Then it gets all confusing. You can't relive time lost anyway, in caps. I hear you, Nevaeh. That's correct. You cannot get it back. That's why it's so significant. If you're wasting time with people, let me just stay on that for a minute. I said there are 3 areas in our lives that we need improvement. All of us probably can use a little bit improvement. Wasting time on people that don't mean a hill of beans to you anyway. That includes family. Places. You're going to places, or you've been to places, you keep going to places, somebody keeps inviting you to places, you're not connecting with people, maybe they were networking events, you weren't doing that well with them, but you keep giving your money, you keep going back to those places. Why do you keep going back? Has this happened to you? You don't have to be an entrepreneur to be invited to things. There are events all day long, all over the globe. And you keep going. And then if you don't go, you say, well, I'm just going to donate. But I don't mind donating the money for a cause, because if it's an organization and I feel really passionate about, that's fine. But in terms of just showing up and going and you're really not feeling it and you're not benefiting from it, it doesn't help your end goal, which is to be successful in your career and or your life journey, then why do you keep going back? Why do you keep hanging out with the people who don't mean you any good? Why? That's wasting time with people and places. And then when we get to wasting time with things, welcome, Janice in the house. Let us know where you're coming in from, Janice. It's at Brooklyn, New York in the house. Let us know. Put your questions in. This is Toy Johnson-Vincent. # Talking with Toy on Tuesdays. The topic tonight is, are you wasting time? How much time are you actually wasting in your life with people that don't mean you any good? Meaning you may have outgrown those people. That's what I mean. Because, we love people. People love us. But you have to remember, you still have a goal. If you're a 9-to-5er, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're an author, a speaker, a trainer, right? Or you have a really good exercise regimen and you show up for the trainer. You want to know that you're going to someone that values your time. If people do not value your time, this is an area, people, places, and things. If people do not value your time, you need to reevaluate those people, including family, including friends. 100%. The no sugarcoating coach, moi, is in the house. I'm just keeping it real. Time management is amazing when